And good evening, everybody, and welcome here to Daytona International Speedway, the place where it all began as we get ready here now to start off our Season 8 Oreo Truck Series chase for the championship. This is the Fred Super Dollar 250 powered by Coca-Cola. We're getting ready for 25 laps under the lights here at the home of the Daytona 500. 12 drivers, 10 via top 10 in points, 2 via the wildcard spot, are locked into a 10-race battle to become the Season 8 Oreo Truck Series champion. One of them is looking to defend his title. Dylan Poteet is atop the point standings looking for his second straight Truck Series championship in as many years. But he's got 11 different competitors that are looking to try and beat him. 5 of them include rookies in the chase for the very first time. Here tonight, who's going to take the first step towards getting themselves one step closer to becoming the champion here in Season 8? No chasers start inside the top 5 here tonight. Stephen Pollard the third on the point, Joe Davis in second, Matthew Dallio third, Brandon Crasta in fourth, and Bob Jones in fifth. As a matter of fact, I'm not really certain we have a chaser starting inside the top 6. I believe that is Sean Galligan's Dodge starting off from 7th place, and he is one of the chasers, so we have to go all the way back outside the top 6 in order to find a chaser here tonight. But the old cliche at Daytona is it's not where you start, it's where you finish, and we're going to see if that's going to be the case here tonight. Anyways, we're going to get these trucks rolling off. We're not going to waste any time. Let's find out what's going to happen here tonight at Daytona, and I'm actually wrong. It's not Sean Galligan starting off from the 7th position. He's starting from 10th. It's actually going to be LJ Mills rolling off from position number 7. And actually, Carson Gumbs, another chaser, starting from 6th. And then I see Luke Walker and Sean Galligan also starting inside the top 10 in 8th and 10th position. Citadino in 12th. As you look at your starting grid, you'll notice that some drivers are highlighted in yellow. Guess what? That's the chasers. So they are the ones that are going to be battling for the championship, and they're going to be the ones with a lot of pressure here tonight at Daytona. Not only because at Daytona, it's very difficult to hold the lead, it's very difficult to move your way up to the front, be in the right position at the end, but Daytona, as well as Talladega and other restricted plate tracks, are famed for the big one. And if you get caught up in the big one, who knows? It could put the nail in the coffin of the championship hopes of some of these drivers as early as the first race of the chase. Dylan Poteet, due to being the only 2-time winner this season, he is the points leader coming to this race. Then the 1-time winners, Caleb Farrell, Chris Washer, and John Citadino, they are 5 points out. And then the rest of the field, Pedro, Shelton, Jackson, Galligan, Eric and Rage, Carson Gum, that are 2 wildcard winners. Luke Walker and LJ Mills, they are 10 points back coming into tonight's event. So here we go. Let's find out what's going to happen here tonight in the Fred Super Dollar 250. Stephen Pollard the third, Joe Davis, 2 drivers still looking for their first wins of the season in Truck Series competition. They may get them tonight as we are green flag racing at Daytona International Speedway. The chase for the Oreo Truck Series is finally on. And how anxious are these drivers going to be to go 3 wide? How anxious are these chasers going to be to try and get up here to the front? The big one can strike anywhere, anytime, and these chasers are hoping they're not going to be in the vicinity of that wreck, as already the Retro Motorsports teammates are going 3 wide. I couldn't tell if that was Nick Smith or Jessica Shelton getting kicked up to the high side, but whichever one it was, they're in a bit of a precarious position. Now Tanner Sullivan gets kicked out of line by, I believe that was Henry Sanford, as here we go. To the inside comes Matthew Dallio looking for the top position. O'Sullivan gets the wall back there, almost came down into Alex Pedro, keeps it up there, and Eric and Rage, I believe, also got a piece of the wall, as Pollard now gets stuck up to the high side, as Bob Jones goes to the middle, and now to the inside, going to the point. Andreas Allen is on the apron there, that's not good. Brings it back up safely, though, right in front of Kyle Matthews. So we are still green somehow, some way. Bob Jones, I believe, is still the leader, but he had a challenge to his inside. Yeah, he lost the lead. He lost it to LJ Mills. Now here comes Daniel Voiles, and now here comes Bob Fergus. Getting awfully racy up here. This is not exactly what you want to see this early on, as them racing as hard as they are. Matthew Dallio may get up in the wall. Look out, Stephen Pollard the third almost came off the nose of Brandon Crasta, but they were able to hang on to it. Somehow they still keep it together as Zach Hamlin now goes to the point. Drafting help here from fellow rookie Cody Hagan. And look who's coming up the inside line right there. That blue Air Force Ford F-Series. That is P.J. Williams making his debut here in Oreo Truck Series competition, replacing Dylan Thoreau. So he's making his debut here tonight and making a very quick statement of, hey, I can get to the front and race with these guys, as he's trying to jump to the high side now of Cody Hagan. It looks like that's going to work. Dylan Young going to stick Trent Dunham in the middle, 3 wide, and now he'll go on the inside line and draft up to the back bumper of the Diet Mountain Dew Chevy Silverado. Oh, look out, P.J. Williams got the wall there. Whoa, Daniel Voiles almost came down to John Cittadino. What a save by the 24. And one car on the apron, that's Brandon Crasta. Going to let all these guys go by. Now merges back up onto the racetrack. That was another of those retro cars. I think that was Jessica Shelton, and indeed it was. So Shelton was able to make her way through there, slowed up, so that way Brandon Crasta was able to get access back onto the track. And now Henry Sanford goes to the point, battling with Zach Buchanan, and here comes James McLeod to the bottom. McLeod has not picked up a Truck Series victory yet this season. He'd love to. Oh man, they're almost 4 wide back there. Zach Hamlin almost turned Jessica Villanueva, but they kept it together somehow again. Now Zach Buchanan's up into the fence, and one car's coming to pit road. Oh, wreck in the back! Wreck in the back! Andreas Allen's been spun, and there are several others involved. A big plume of smoke coming out of turn 4. Cars all scattered there in the entrance of pit road, including Chris Washer, Nick Smith, Mason Wood's been collected, Dollarton, Charles Jackson, also John Trollston, Luke Walker. That's a couple of chasers I mentioned there. Jackson, Walker, and Washer. And the caution flag is out. Now Trent Dunham was on the pit lane. So is Bob Jones. I don't think this is a regularly scheduled stop though, because the fuel window for this race is between 15 to 18 laps. So these cannot be regularly scheduled stops. Something must have sent them to pit road. I'm wondering if it could have been the fact that they were hitting the wall. I don't know where Tanner Sullivan thinks he's going. Where the 18th think he's going to go? He's listed 42nd right now, and I don't know rightly why he's going to go around them. I guess he's getting back on the lead lap. He must have fallen a lap down or something. But he's getting waved around. And apparently, with this caution, the leaders decide, hey, this is as good a time as any to come down and make pit stops rather than having to make them under green. So James McLeod, Drew Austin, Levi McIntyre, Jessica Villanueva, and Henry Sanford. The top 5 going to lead the long snake of drivers down this pit road at 55 miles per hour. Let's see what they're going to do for strategy here this early on. Would they go with tires, or would it be just a gas and go? It's going to be a gas and go for James McLeod. And he is down and away. Oh, man, having to slow up here for other drivers. P.J. Williams trying to get into his pit box. Now Joe Davis just ahead, and Carson Gum. But I think McLeod is going to get off pit road first. I don't think anybody got out ahead of him. There's Washer. We know he had already made a pit stop. Drew Austin comes off behind McLeod. Here comes Carson Gum out in 3rd. Then L.J. Mills, McIntyre, Cittadino, Sanford. Drag race between Hagan and Davis. And then I believe that was Zach Hamlin and P.J. Williams coming off the pit lane as well. So I don't know if these guys, Trent Dunham Company, may actually be cycling around as the leader, because they ended up hitting pit road just before that caution came out. They were committed to pit road. So they may end up cycling around as the leader. If that's the case, Trent Dunham would be the leader here under our first caution when we go back to green. So let's find out what happened, because there was a big stack up at the rear of the field, and I think it was drivers trying to get to pit road, but I'm not really sure why they were trying to get to pit road. So we'll find out all that in just a minute as we'll head back, take a look at a replay of our first caution of the evening here tonight at Daytona. And let's try and find out if we can see what exactly was the cause of all this. They had split up into 2 groups. This was the second pack. And we may have to actually watch a little bit further up here. Let's see if someone maybe gets the wall, comes down, or what exactly happens. We know Bob Jones in the 11 went for pit road. There he is on the inside line, so he's well out of the way. I don't think it starts with... Oh, right there! Wow! That was Matthew Dallio and John Trollston. Trollston's car just shot to the left after contact with the 10 down into Charles Jackson, and Trollston's trying to save it, gets in the wall again, then gets turned down the racetrack by Luke Walker, Matthew Daly, Eric and Rage get a piece of it. There's Chris Washer involved. I believe Chris Dollarton's in it, as well as Mason Wood in the 8. And there you see Caleb Farrell. Nice avoidance by the MetLife Toyota to get through that. Eric and Rage gets through there pretty well. And the 94 of Nick Smith gets on the brakes, and I think he was coming to pit road or something this lap too. The question is, though, why were they coming to pit road? Washer actually slid across the commitment line. That's why he had to come to pit road. But Bob Jones, Trent Dunham, and Nick Smith, it appeared, all were purposely coming to pit road. Don't rightly know why. But we'll see if we can find out. But the fact that they hit pit road when that caution came out means they're probably going to cycle around as the leaders now. And so a very timely caution for them. And it will save them more than likely from going a lap down too, because it looks like regardless of whether that caution came out or not, they were going to come to pit road. So that's the yellow, that's the replay, and apparently looks like John Trollston and Matthew Dalio started it. So that's what put us under the first caution. Let's head back now for the restart here at Daytona International Speedway. Lights are out atop the pace truck. One more lap till we go back to green. Green flag will come back out on lap 9, giving us a total of 17 laps to go here tonight at Daytona. Trent Dunham is indeed the leader. Second place, Nick Smith, and third place, Bob Jones. Fourth place, Chris Washer. All four of them came to pit road when that caution flag came out. They were all committed to the pit lane, had to come down, make their pit stops, and that caution helped us cycle them around after everybody else made pit stops into the top 4 positions. Now, I just listened into the radio communications of the former Truck Series champion Trent Dunham to find out why they came to pit road. Apparently, they were drivers who were caught on the outside of 3-wide situations, got the wall coming off of turn 4, and were coming down to repair damage. So that is why we saw them coming to pit road as early as they were, because we know the fuel window is definitely much longer than 5 laps, so it was very unusual to see drivers pitting as early as they were. That is why they came to pit road, because they had to repair damage on the right side of their trucks. So a very timely caution. They were able to get the damage repaired, and as a result of that yellow flag, they start up inside the top 5. So Dunham leads, second is Nick Smith, Bob Jones is in third, and fourth is now the highest running chaser on track, and that is Chris Washer. James McLeod, who is first off pit road for the leaders pitting, he is in 5th. 6th is Drew Austin. Carson Gumbs 7th. 8th is LJ Mills. 9th, Levi McIntyre. And John Citadino is 10th. Let's find the rest of our chasers here as we're going to cycle through. Got to cycle quite a ways back before we get to Alex Pedro in 20th. Green flag back out, by the way, but we're going to still cycle back here and find our chasers. Caleb Farrell in 27th. Jessica Shelton in 28th. Dylan Poteet is in 30th. There's Eric and Rage. He is 34th. You know, he got a piece of that incident. Charles Jackson is in 36th. And Luke Walker's got damage. He is in 39th place. Sean Galligan is on the pit lane in the 40th position. Don't know what's up with the 2. But John Trollston and Matthew Daly, who started that wreck, they are out of the race. So I don't know what's going on with the 2 car of Sean Galligan. He is sitting on the pit lane right now. Maybe some mechanical problems for the 2. That's a tough break for him, a tough way to start off his chase. Sean Galligan has had several seasons with multiple wins in the Truck Series. This season, though, he's batting 0. Oh, wow. Oh, contact. Oh, one car's turned around. It's Brandon Craster right in front of the field, right in the middle of the field. And this could be problems. This is not a good spot in the track for a wreck. Oh, man, Andreas Allen's in it. Oh, Alex Pedro, that's a chaser. He's flipped upside down, and he's on his roof. Jessica Villanueva's collected. We can't even see past the haulers there. Stephen Paul III, Andreas Allen, Tanner Sullivan, Chris Dollarton. But are any chasers else involved? Yes, Chris Washer has been collected. He was up inside the top 5 for that restart, and Washer has been involved. Oh man, that car is done. Levi McIntyre has apparently gotten some damage. We know he started up inside the top 5. As we'll move up to the front here, leader at the stripe. Which was it? Was it Citadino or was it LJ Mills? It was LJ Mills in the 42. Just barely over Citadino in the 20. But there were more chasers collected in this one. Sean Galligan returns to the track. Was he a lap down? Oh, he's 2 laps down to the leaders now, but apparently they decide, hey, with that big wreck, let's get out there, salvage what we can. Stephen Pollard the third. The pole sitter is involved. There is Allen. He's the one I saw. Or no, he's not the one I saw getting turned around. It was Krass I saw turned around. There's Sullivan. Dollarton's night is over. Jessica Villanueva was collected, as well as Chaser Alex Pedro. There's the car I saw get out of shape. Brandon Krasta. His day is over, or his night, I should say. And the caution flag waves once again, so that didn't take long at all. LJ Mills is the leader now. Citadino right behind in second, so Chaser's in the top two under our second caution. Let's jump back and see what happened. This was right up near the front of the field. Well, I'm hoping we can find ourselves a good camera angle to be able to determine what exactly happened this time, because this was coming up into the turn 1 area, and a wreck in the turns is really bad because it's very difficult to get through when cars are sliding up the racetrack, and then when their speed decreases, they slide back down the racetrack. And we're going to see if we can find where the contact is. Contact right there between Drew Austin and Chris Washer. Sends the 51 of Austin down into Krasta. Krasta's car is going to get turned around right in the middle of the field. And then just watch what happens here. I mean, you see Jessica Villanueva trying to get to the apron to find a way through. And it's just not going to work. Oh, man. Krasta clipped Washer then, and Washer just shoots straight down the track into Villanueva. Man. It was like a dart. Henry Sampras caught up on the high side there. Nowhere to go. I believe Pedro's going to get the 3. Just ahead. And then I think Talampas in the 17 gets a piece of it. Kyle Matthews is stuck behind this. Oh, Villanueva's car, or her truck was actually upside down, going up the banking of turn 1. And then here's where a lot of the harder hits are going to come. Here comes the 00 of Andreas Allen straight in. Then he comes down in front of Stephen Pollard the third. Dollarton up ahead. He's going to hit the upside-down Jessica Villanueva machine. Tanner Sullivan gets into Alex Pedro. And then Pedro gets flipped over somehow. Oh, he's already airborne. And then the nose of the 16 of Pollard goes underneath and flips him over. And on the apron of turns 1 and 2, Alex Pedro is barrel rolling and ends up landing on his roof. Safety crews have gone out there to evacuate him from his truck. He is okay. Luke Walker picking up some valuable spots as a result of that. But there's Villanueva. She was still on her roof. I think she ended up flipping back over somehow. I don't know if somebody helps flip her over or her truck flipped over by itself. But I think I saw her driving away from the incident. Maybe not. Maybe her car stayed on its roof too. Maybe she had to teleport to pit road. If that's the case, we had to have 2 drivers evacuated from being stuck upside down. And there is Pedro's machine upside down, and man, that's more chasers involved in that one too. Pedro and Chris Washer. And then also we saw a slight bit of damage on another of the chasers, which I'm trying to remember who that was. Oh yeah, that was Luke Walker, but that wasn't from that incident. So 2 chasers then basically officially getting involved in this one, Chris Washer and Alex Pedro, and it looks like their evenings are over. So that's what brings us under our second caution. Let's go back for the green. Well, we are now past the halfway point of tonight's race at Daytona. LJ Mills is the leader now. Second place is John Citadino. Third's going to be Joe Davis. Bob Jones in fourth, and James McLeod in fifth. There you see Sean Galligan. Now, he's out there because he's going to try and salvage whatever he can. He'll be able to bypass a number of drivers who retired from that wreck. So he'll be able to salvage some points. And he'll at least finish ahead of Chris Washer and Alex Pedro. So, you know, every position counts here in the chase for the championship. Sixth place is going to be Cody Hagan. So we'll move to our TV1 camera. Seventh will be Trent Dunham. Carson Gum runs in 8th, Nick Smith in 9th, and Dylan Poteet has now cracked the top 10. Then you got George Roque 11th, 12th place will be Cody Lamas, Zach Buchanan 13th, 14th Bob Vergas, 15th is Caleb Farrell, Mason Wood is 16th, 17th Jake Rogers, Eric Enrage is 18th, 19th is Jessica Shelton, and Charles Jackson is now up in 20th. 21st, Matthew Daly. 22nd place will be Zach Camlin, Kyle Matthews 23rd, 24th Luke Walker, Daniel Voiles in 25th. These cars actually did come to pit road under that last yellow. Justin Talampas in 26th, 27th, Levi McIntyre 28th, Drew Austin 29th, Henry Sanford 30th, Dylan Young, and 31st, PJ Williams. Sean Galligan is currently in 32nd. He'll move up to 31st when they take the green, I believe. Drivers out of the race after that incident include Chris Washer, Brandon Crasta, Tanner Sullivan, Andreas Owen, Stephen Poe III, Jessica Villanueva, Alex Pedro, Chris Dollerton, and they join Matthew Dallio and John Trollston in the garage area. Gonna have to see if Sean Galligan is up to speed here. Looks like he possibly is. I'm still curious as to what happened to him, why he was on pit road for 2 laps, but he is now up in the 31st position, which is 11 spots better than finishing dead last. So Sean Galligan, he knows he's a former Mobil 1 Cup Series champ, and he's battling here for Truck and Snickers Cup Series championship this season. He knows what it takes to be able to get yourself in the right position, even if you have hard luck, to be able to make a championship run. So Sean Galligan doing what he can here, trying to pick up positions, and he would love it if another wreck could happen. He could pick up even more spots, provided he's not in it. Right now, though, LJ Mills putting on a clinic, has been able to play defensive driving for the past lap and a half and continues to hold the top position. LJ Mills got in via the first wild card spot. This is the one of 2 chases that the rookie is battling for, one of the championships. He's also battling for the Mobil 1 Cup Series championship. And here comes another rookie up the inside line, also looking for the championship, Carson Gum, who had a lot of pressure on him last time out at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Came in that critical 10th position and held on to it. So the 2 target cars, 2 rookies, battling for the top spot now, and here comes Nick Smith, who just recently went to victory lane a couple of weeks ago back at Kansas in the Mobil 1 Cup Series race, still looking for his first Truck Series victory. And looky who's coming up now, picking his moment, Dylan Poteet, coming up here to battle for the lead now. The defending Oreo Truck Series champion and the current points leader coming to the inside line. The only driver with 2 wins this season in Truck Series competition, now going for the lead with drafting help from Bob Fergus and former Truck Series champion Jake Rogers. Another driver picking her moment. Jessica Shelton now is 4th on the inside line, and here comes Charles Jackson and Eric Enrage, 2 drivers who were caught up in that first wreck. They're coming back up the inside line as well. As Bob Fergus now moves to the bottom, he'll go to the lead. Not for long though, Jake Rogers getting a shove from Jessica Shelton. He's going to go to the point. Rogers almost picked up the win at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park last weekend, but he was defeated by John Cittadino, now looking to see if he can win here tonight at Daytona. Things seeming relatively calm at the moment here up at the front. Maybe this thing will end under green. Then again, it's Daytona. You never know. What looks like a calm situation in turn 1 can look like a hurricane in turn number 2. It just takes one wrong move. As Cody Hagan got the wall, and there's that wrong move I talked about. Just got turned off the nose of Trent Dunham. Mason Woods collected along with Henry Sanford. Caution flag is out for the 3rd time this evening at Daytona. I just called it. Like I said, it looked so calm, and then one wrong move, and the yellow flag's out again. But Jake Rogers, the leader under this caution. Cody Hagan stuck there on the front straightaway. There's Dunham, there's Sanford. Luke Walker going to pick up more spots, and there was another car that was involved, Mason Wood. But it looks like he was able to drive away. Does have some damage on the rear of his Budweiser Silverado, and there is Sean Galligan. I think he may have been on pit road again. Either that or no, I think he may have been involved actually. He's got some damage on his machine. So the lap machine of Sean Galligan, who was out there trying to salvage what he can, looks like he was caught up in that wreck. There is your leader, Jake Rogers. Charles Jackson actually crossed the stripe in 2nd. I thought it was Eric Enrage, but apparently not. Enrage is actually 3rd. 4th is Shelton, and Zach Hamlin is now up to 5th. So will these drivers have to pit here under this caution to make it to the end, or are they good to go on fuel for the remaining 7 laps? It looks like they are not coming, so apparently everybody is good to go on fuel. We'll be able to run this to the end, so let's find out what puts under the caution for the 3rd time here tonight at Daytona. It's like about 4 or 5 drivers near the rear of the field collected in this one. Now here's what happened. Cody Hagan running very high on the racetrack. I think he's actually going to get a piece of the safer barrier coming here off of 4. Trent Dunham is the car to his inside, and yeah, Cody, when he scrubbed it, he tried to keep it off the wall, came down, and Trent Dunham was already there. There you see Hagan turning down into the right rear of Mason Wood. Wow, nice evasive move by P.J. Williams to avoid that. Very nicely done. I think Galligan may... Is he going to get involved here? I'm curious to know. Oh, look at Kyle Matthews did get a piece of it. And Galligan was collected as well. So there were 2 drivers there that we weren't really knowing if they were involved or not. Galligan did indeed get a piece of it, and so did Kyle Matthews. Matthews almost was able to shoot the gap. He almost got through it. But there is Mason Wood and Henry Sanford crossing the line there. Galligan was able to drive away, but does have a buckle on the hood of his Miller Lite Dodge. And don't know how significant the damage is on Kyle Matthews either. Oh, I think I actually can see some damage on the front of his car now. I couldn't see it when we were pacing under caution, though. But he was collected as well, so the drive to end Hunger Chevrolet. Second straight week he's endured hardship. He almost got a wild card spot to get into the chase last week. Was not able to do that, came up short, and now tonight, with an opportunity for a good run at Daytona, he's now got a damaged truck. So that puts us under the caution. Let's head back now, see how many laps we're going to have to finish out tonight's race here at Daytona. Lights have gone out atop the pace truck. We will go green on lap 23 of 25, giving us 3 laps remaining here tonight at Daytona. So it's going to be 1 more lap than a normal green-white checkered. And who's going to be the one to cross the start-finish line when we get to that checkered flag? Jake Rogers trying to get some redemption for last week when he basically all but dominated the race at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, led most laps there. Charles Jackson also almost won there as well. He's still looking for his first win. He's lined up in 2nd. Eric and Rage in 3rd, and Jessica Shelton in 4th. That's 3 chasers in the top 4 for this restart. Zach Hamlin's in 5th, 6th place Bob Fergus. Then you got Caleb Farrell in 7th, 8th Dylan Poteet, 9th Zach Buchanan, and L.J. Mills in 10th. So 6 chasers inside the top 10 for this restart. Let's find the rest of our chasers, where they're going to restart. John Cittadino restarts from 16th place. Carson Gumm will restart from 20th. And you got to go ways back here before you find Luke Walker restarting in 29th position. Sean Galligan has indeed taken his car back behind the wall after what we just saw. He'll finish in 32nd, and Henry Samper has also retired from the race. He is going to retire in 31st. So here we go, 3 laps remaining. Will we have a chaser go to victory lane here tonight, or will a non-chaser be able to take the checkered flag? This is not like the Snickers Cup Series points where if a chaser wins, they're automatically into the next round. This is basically 10 races. Whoever is highest in points wins the championship. Let's see what they do here in the final 3 laps. Eric and Rage thought about going for the 2nd position off of Jackson, but Jackson's able to hold firm and now rides behind Jake Rogers here. And you gotta think Jake Rogers has in the back of his mind the fact that it was the 20 of Cittadino and the 32 of Charles Jackson that were battling him hard last week at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. I'm not sure Jake Rogers is going to cut Jackson any slack, and right now doesn't have to worry about Jackson because Jackson now gets caught in a double wide situation. Eric and Rage and Caleb Farrell, 2 chasing rookies, coming up that inside line. So Jake Rogers continues to lead, 2 to go when they hit the stripe. It's Rogers, then the chaser Eric and Rage, then the chaser Caleb Farrell, and here comes Zach Buchanan and Bob Jones up the inside line. Buchanan now gets stuck in the middle 3 wide. Bob Jones barreling down to the inside line as they're 3 wide for 4th. L.J. Mills coming up the inside line here as well. Cody Lamas is also coming up here in the 48. Former winner this season back at Atlanta, would love to be able to pick up his 2nd win of the season. And here comes Bob Jones, Full head of steam to the bottom, looking for second place underneath of Eric Enrage. Can he get to the inside, though? No, Enrage throws the block. Wait a minute, though. Bob Jones, not to be denied, now moves the 14 up the track, and here he comes. Drafting help in the form of fellow Toyotas. That's George Roque in the 03, John Cedino in the 20. Buchanan gets the wall. Everybody dives slow to avoid. We're going to get to the white flag. White flag displayed. One more lap to go. Who's going to get to the checkered flag first? Here comes George Roque looking to the bottom for the lead. Drafting help from John Cedino, trying to win 2 races in a row. Levi McIntyre there to offer the drafting help. And here comes the debuting P.J. Williams up the inside line with rookie Zach Hamlin. John Cedino peeks to the high side. Can he get a run here? No. Levi McIntyre, he's coming with a full head of steam, being pushed by P.J. Williams. Williams 3 wide for second, as that's all going on behind George Roque. Here they come out of turn 4 for the final time. Roque leads. P.J. Williams in second. Will the debuting rookie make a move? Here he comes. Drafting help from Zach Hamlin. He's to the inside. Drag race to the line. It is a dead even heat between Roque and Williams. Who was it that officially got it? Scoring monitor, let us know. Oh my goodness, the debuting rookie P.J. Williams just won in his very first start in Truck Series competition. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? P.J. Williams, right place, right time, debuts tonight at Daytona, wins tonight at Daytona, and what a boost for that 21 team. Dylan Thoreau, coming into tonight's race, was 36th in the point standings. It has been a very mediocre season for the 21 Ford F-Series team out of Wood Brothers. But tonight, they put P.J. Williams in the car in his debut, and how does he repay him but with a victory tonight in the Fred Superdollar 250, powered by Coca-Cola. What a way to make a name for yourself when you come into a series. Holy cow. I mean, you could say, yeah, it's a restricted plate track, but PJ put himself in just the right spot. A 3-wide move for second in turn 3, and then made the move with the drafting help of Zach Hamlin to get George Roque at the line. Holy cow. We're going to go back, take a look at a still shot of this finish, because that was one of the closest finishes I've seen in quite a while. I mean, just take a look at this coming down through the tri-oval. Even at this point, Zach Hamlin was not completely with P.J. Williams. He tried to shoot up the middle, try and get a run, and maybe make it 3-wide at the line. And P.J. just kept those 2 left side tires down to that double yellow line. And take a look at this finish. Unbelievable. Let's bring it right up there. That's how close it was. You could just see that he beat him maybe by just about the space between where the front tire starts and the splitter. Let's see if we can get another camera angle here. A better camera angle. It doesn't show us quite as well, but you can see there is a clear, basically one of those stripes on the checkered flag finish line there. That's the distance. And I don't know what officially the scoring monitor is going to tell us, because unfortunately the grid monitor that we have here doesn't really give it in depth of how close it was. We'll find out in the official finisher results. But man, what a job by P.J. Williams. Debuts tonight and wins his very first Oreo Truck Series race. Unbelievable. And the highest finishing chaser tonight looks like it's going to be Carson Gum in the 55. He's going to finish out the night in the 7th position. As a matter of fact, we're going to very quickly fast forward it all the way, and we're going to find out where our chasers actually finished out tonight's race. Carson Gum finished in 7th. L.J. Mills was in 8th. Charles Jackson gets 11th. John Cedino 14th. Dylan Pote in 17th. Eric Enrage was 19th. 20th was Caleb Farrell. Jessica Shelton was 23rd. Looking further down, Luke Walker salvaged a 30th place finish. And then these chasers finished out of the race. Sean Galligan was 32nd. Chris Washer 33rd. Alex Pedro in 39th. And that was it for the chasers in the season's battle for the championship. So 3 chasers DNF'd. 1 driver that was a chaser was badly damaged, had to salvage what he could, finished on the tail end of the lead lap. And we only had 2 chasers, I believe. Was it only 2? Yeah, only 2 chasers finished up inside the top 10, Carson Gum and LJ Mills. So I don't know exactly with Dylan Poteet finishing in 17th if this is going to cause a change for the points lead, but we're going to find out because next up comes your official full finish results, overall point standings, rookie points, and chase points heading into next week. If I'm not mistaken, I believe next week we head to Chicagoland, so that's going to be an interesting one, and we'll be having all of the series there with the exception of Last of Us Light series. But we still got to finish up our Daytona race weekend here with Mobile and Snickers Cup Series action. That's sure to be wild, as it was certainly a great race here tonight in the Truck Series event. So we will see you guys next time. Be sure to follow the NNSCRA on social media. Facebook and Twitter links are in the description. If you enjoyed today's race, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to become a part of the crew today. We will see you guys next time here on the NNSCRA Sports Channel. Off-lane racing at its best. PJ Williams in his debut race takes the checkered flag here tonight at Daytona. Whoa, look out! Oh, what a save! Dougie Shears just got turned by the lap machine of Charles Stamper, but now he's got left side damage. But he still opens up his distance. He still keeps a distance from himself in second place with Murray. But all that ground he gained, he just lost right there. But what a save!